wants to go to the Royal Academy to have researched that they may be able to find a way for her to return home.
Uh,
And she's on a very long waiting list for the Royal Academy.
uh,
She does appreciate the offer.
I'm
Do
listening.
go ahead.
I'm listening to the High Baroquian part of this conversation, and as you say, ask her if she wants to come on our verge. Like, what skills does she have?
Well, I'm not sure, but
No, I'm asking you to ask her what skills she
oh,
has.
am I aware of this high academy and how long their
Oh yeah,
wait list?
you could have been even basically since you're a wizard, you could have probably learned some of your wizard skills there. That your father or your guardian sent you there to learn those skills. So yeah, it's quite famous in the area. It's basically where all the royal mages and all sorts of things are taught, and where a lot of the basically it's basically the school where all the rich kids go.
Excellent. How long does their wait list normally take?
For non-members, weeks, but you could, as a former member, probably like help her get a little bit more up front the line.
Well, yeah, I'll ask the bartender then. Um, to ask her if she has any skills.
She replies back in Elvish. She used to be a carpenter and and also her dad took her fishing on his boat when she was younger. So she has carpentry skills and sailing skills. Although she does
How
admit that the sailing skills are rusty.
how long would the voyage likely take? Well, we don't know, right?
The voyage to the academy.
No, so
Or you mean the
I
voyage towards Asara?
voyage to Jasara.
Let me can give you the answer for that. Give me a sec. That's wrong.
Well, forgot bad.
It is Ashara is 800 miles away. So that would be on a ship approximately like 3 weeks travel. I'm just guessing here right now. Let me just give me a sec. I have it somewhere written down with ship speeds, but not in a week. It's the
Yeah,
simple answer.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure.
yeah. You might want to go get her into the academy first, and then see if she can come.
Yeah, tell her that I'll see if I can help her get into the academy. I don't know if they'll remember me, but
The bartender translates this for you, and then she just gives you a hug right unprovoked, like.
barbarian hug, wonderful.
Yes.
Wouldn't it?
She said, "Thank you so much. I I really need to get home as fast as possible, and I hope the academy can solve this. I miss my son and my daughter. I hope they're okay."
Oh, bro.
Uh, wouldn't it make sense to go to the academy right now, or
Oh yeah, you
tomorrow?
could go
Wait till
right.
tomorrow.
You could go there right now with her if you wanted to.
Yes.
Okay, then I'm probably should. I'll apologize to the other two and see if I can take care of this immediately.
That seems like you seem to have some kind of past with this young lady. That should be fine. We have already decided that I will be doing the interviews anyway, so we appreciate you taking care of this.
Excellent. I'll ask the bartender to explain what's going on and have her come with me, and I'll take her to the academy, and yeah.
All right. And I'll move you. Then here, your servants are waiting for you here in the corner. And I will then finish up here first, and then we'll do the academy encounter. If you don't mind. Alright. So then, Amenhotep, you are still with Payman. Let me see.
Yeah, I go back to payment. I apologize. That was actually interesting.
And then Hadi's, then Armin, he said he is currently occupied with rebuilding the luxury section of the tavern. But he's a great carpenter / sailor. Then the next one he points out is Hadi.
Okay.
Hadi is a great sailor and could be a good sailing master, but currently he's kind of a bit in distress because his brother recently disappeared. And he's trying to find his brother.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the last one? Two more. Then we have Nikau, which is another woman.
Mm-hmm.
Nikau can function as both a sailing master or a sailor, but she's quite a calm person, but now she's a bit more anxious and nervous. His guess is she's a refugee from the Sindorai Empire, but he's not sure about that. She looks Blood Elven, so that says enough.
That's where that name comes from. I was just remembering that's the WoW Blood Elves, isn't it? The name of their empire.
Yeah. Oh,
My brain.
There, but, yes.
Oh yeah, but like you know what I mean. Well, like that in my brain, I was like, I remember that name. Where do I remember that name? And I was like, oh yeah, that's fine. I was like, I just couldn't remember. But yeah. Grimlock kind of comes up to Wait, why can't? Sorry, 1 second. My screen's broken. Not my screen.
Last
My
one
screen.
there is Jafar.
No. Okay. Ooh, I thought you were going to post the actual Jafar, and it's just like,
I know he is a reliable quartermaster and has some experience as a sailing master and as a sailor, but he is currently looking for something, although he has not shared what he is looking for yet. Not with me, at least. That is all the sailors, or anyone with boat experience in this establishment, as well as myself. My name is Payman. I used to be a captain, but due to my advanced age, no sheik or emir wanted to sponsor me on their ship anymore because they are afraid my heart will give out because I have this big belly.
Sorry, did you say?
if you
Sorry,
go
I was gonna
ahead.
ask, is that Payman, the big fat guy in the corner? Is that the one he's talking to?
Yeah, he was the one that was giving advice.
Okay. Because I wasn't sure who it was, because I was like, who is he near? And I was like, he's not near anybody who's...
So how long is it before we actually set sail?
That'll take a while. Basically, it won't set sail until your crew is assembled anyway.
I mean, like a week or two, or
Maybe month.
oh, okay.
Maybe months.
Hey.
Basically, they have to finish an entire fleet of boats before they can leave. And they've just started construction, like...
Oh, so we'll have time to help these people if we need
Yeah.
necessary to get the crew.
There's not
Okay.
like you have to leave next day.
Alright. Hammond, if would you want to be a captain again? But would you be willing to work for it? If I could get you a trainer and on a diet.
I am
You
too
see-
old to be bothering with my weight anymore.
I like this man. He's
Well, I
very-
don't.
I enjoy
Yes.
life, and if I die on a ship, I will die on a ship. Better to die with the breath of wind in my hair. But there is something else before I can leave this city that I need to be arranging with before I can accept any jobs.
What is that?
I need to get my lucky compass back.
Did you trade it away or gamble it away or was it stolen?
I traded it away to save my foolish son's gamble that. They were going to break his legs.
So it was actually both, huh?
Yes. I am deeply ashamed that I did not raise my boy properly. He has a gambling debt with a certain Captain Gazelle. And they were about to break his legs because he couldn't pay up. And so as compromise, I gave them my lucky compass. It was a gift from my wife, and I am trying to gather the funds and the needs to get it back.
Point of lore. Is gambling legal here?
It is not illegal, but it is also not, how do you call it, approved of.
That is good to know.
Anyone that gambles, if people know that you're a gambler, you're basically reduced to
He
the
kind of
lowest,
lag out for anybody else.
the lowest level of social status that you can have.
This includes the person you were gambling with, because you're both gambling.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's like, oh,
Not illegal.
interesting. And she is the captain of a ship herself?
Yes.
Ah, let me ask you something. Would you be interested in being a first mate instead of a captain? While I would be more than happy to have you on the ship, but in your shape, I would not want to go captainless if you had a bad day and your heart gave out due to mermaids or bad weather. To guide another captain and
I certainly
basically
would be, but but my tasks on the ship would be severely limited, since I do not have the body to be a sailor anymore, and I would not.
well, that's why I
leave the
said first
city-
mate.
I would not, and I would not leave the city without me earning my compass back.
That is fine. I have certain ideas. But first I need to go talk to someone. How much do I remember about Nargis?
Nargis, she was a dutiful soldier, followed orders very clearly, was super disciplined, and a by-the-rules girl.
No, do I remember what her favorite drink was?
She liked tea.
Alright.
That's
I will go to the bartender.
That's the main drink that people have here, different flavors of tea.
Yeah, I will go to the bartender. It's like, could you please give me 2 teas? One in Nargis's current favorite.
Anything?
I walk over to Nargis, put the tea in front of her, sit down, and look at her.
She looks at you for a moment and then stands up panically and does a proper salute.
Sit back down. We are not both in the military anymore, and also anger issues. I hear that's my job.
I'm sorry, sir, but just so fucking unfair. She bunks on the table, and like the people next to her like look around like, fuck, what's going on?
And I look around. My eye, the visor starts glowing. Mind your own damn business. And then I turn back to her. So what is not fair?
Well, I stopped as a soldier to become a city guard because I wanted to be closer to my mom and dad. So I didn't want to travel too much at the moment at that time, as they were about to die of old age. But that's a different story. When I was a guard, I discovered that my superior, my guard captain, was involved with different new crime gangs that arose from the lack of guards during the giant raid times. I needed to gather some evidence before I could make the accusation, but they outmatched me, and he brought it to his superior that I wanted to report to, and basically put all his crimes on my name with 6 accomplices that were witnesses, or basically pretend to be witnesses. And since I was a new guard, I would not be accused of great crimes, but I was fired right on the spot. I fucking hate this corrupt system.
I take off my helmet. Look at her. It's like, well, then I have good news and bad news. The good news is I can take you very far away from this corrupt system. We are going, as you heard my speech earlier, we are going very far away to help another city, and I think you would make a great shipmate and an even better guard once we get there. Possibly even a captain of a guard. I can speak to Prince Kareem about that. I'm sure that since you weren't formally charged with any crimes, that could be taken care of. But as far as the other thing, the bad news is, I am going to have a talk with Prince Mansour about this corruption. That might not go well for me because, you know, while I do not have your temper, I am not the most polite about getting things done. And I will not have one of my associates put upon. I do not believe, from what I know of you, that you would have committed all these crimes. And it doesn't sound like you had time to commit the crimes that were put upon you.
Yeah, same thing, but I don't think that would work. Problem, Prince Mansour is known as a man of legal rights, and I don't have any evidence of. I have only it is she said, and he has 6 accomplishments before.
Accomplices, yes.
That is the word of 7 against 1.
Question: do you know these?
Would not.
Do you know these accomplices' names?
Yes, I know all of them, and I've been brewing. Maybe I can get 2 of them to change. I know 2 of them are pretty weak-minded. One of them is named Hadi. He likes to visit brothels a lot of times off of his work, even though he's married. And Arslan likes to go to the fruit market and use his position as guard to get as many free samples as he can.
Interesting. Would there be any way to get all of the 6 accomplices, not the main person, but the 6 accomplices together? Some kind of ruse we could use, as in, like, they are being considered for this expedition.
I don't know. You can try, but I have
Don't
no
think
idea.
that would work.
I don't think so. If you
Well,
want to
then-
if you want to get them, you should target Hadi and Arslan. Not that
I-
Hadi, by the way, points at another Hadi. They just have the same name.
There are so many hotties in this area, and me being single. Ha, ha.
In the meantime,
I have to work on my
Grimlock,
jokes, I guess.
Grimlock, do you want to do anything at the bar?
Oh, who was the guy? Well, there was the sorry, because it was a while ago now. But there was one guy that was mentioned that had a family member missing or something. I think it was.
It was Hottie.
That is this Hadi.
Oh, okay. What was his skills again? Sorry, it's just been a lot of stuff, details going past, and I can't just remember it exactly.
He was a
He's
great
a
sailor.
sailing master or a sailor.
Okay.
Yeah, I've
Um,
actually been taking notes.
Yeah, no. It's just like there's a lot of stuff going through it. I was like, oh, okay. So I was kind of curious about him actually to go talk to him and see what's going on with him and what's he. So Grimlock kind of like would approach him and just like, yeah, that guy. Is he just a normal human or what is he?
He's a half elf.
Oh, he's a half elf. Well, then that means that would be part of the reason why Grimlock is interested, because he just is interested in different peoples. Grimlock kind of approaches with Grimrock, and then kind of Garrock, and then was like, "I heard that you are quite the sailor from that man over there," and he kind of points towards Payman.
Yeah. Thank you for the compliment, Bayman. Nah, he likes to exaggerate a little bit, but I'm decent.
Yeah.
I've went on, I think, 9 great expeditions already.
Oh, that's quite impressive. Would you be at all open to working with a ship of like the one my friend over there announced?
Well, I would have jumped at the opportunity at the time, but or would times be normal, but my younger brother Benjamin has been missing for quite some time now. I'm trying to find him, and I can't just leave this place without knowing what happened to him. He used
Brother.
to be, he worked as a sewer scraper, and one day he just disappeared in the sewers. None of his co-workers knew where he was. They tried looking for him, but they couldn't find him.
I see. And brother, is that referring to one of your broodmates?
Looks a bit. You see him thinking as you say that, and it's like, yeah.
Good. It is important to take care of one's broodmates. I do somewhat specialize in tracking. I may be of help to find your brother.
That would be greatly appreciated. Is there any costs to you helping find my brother?
Bar joining our crew, I do not see anything I would want of you at the moment.
Then we have a deal. If you are able to find my brother, then I will join your crew for at least, let's say, 2 expeditions.
Seems reasonable. Do you have any articles of clothing or something that he owned and kept on his person often?
I smell as well. When he takes off his hat. But this used to be his favorite hat. Wore it every day. The only when he started becoming a sewer scraper, he gave it to me because, in his words, he didn't want his hat to get dirty.
That is fair. Can I keep this for now? So I can use it to help me find your brother.
Well, I'm pretty attached to it. So I'm not completely sure I can give this to a stranger right away.
There, I will just sniff deeply. There is no other way to put that.
And then you come to the conclusion, brother needs to wash his hair more often.
Yes. And then he like hands it back to him, and look, I kind of keep that scent in his mind as he's really quite good at this, tracking. But he's gonna, kind of curious about these missions. Can I go do that and like try to do that now, or should I like not? In a sense, like I'm not really sure what the setup for that is.
You mean for the mission, going to look for his brother?
Yeah.
You could do that now. You could bring people along. That's all up to you.
Okay.
It's generally recommended to don't split the party, but you can definitely split the party if you want to. I won't stop you, at least.
Yeah. Well, before I'll do that, I'll go back over to Amon and talk to him for a bit once he's out of his conversation.
Alright. Then, as you have that conversation, Cezanne, you and your servants and Fernier arrive at the academy.
Excellent.
Mind? Here you go.
Is then the admin's master in?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Is then the admissions master in?
Yeah. Basically, there are two lines for non-members and members of the academy. The line for the non-members is like 4 times as big as members.
And goes in and the members line.
Alright. They all stand in the line. Even though it's a members line, it does still take a little while. As you stand in there for 4 hours before the line is finally, like, you can finally see, like, you're almost at the beginning. But
Gotta love
yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Gotta love bureaucracy.
Yes. Although, like, the line for the non-members is like, it's probably even grown in that period. It's like, it's not.
I'll use the time. I'll try to I'll cast comprehend language and try to get to know Fernier a little better. Using the same trick of I can see what you vote.
Yes. She seems quite impatient, but she is happy that the line is going forward. But now, there is now one person in front of your line, and the next person whose turn it is you. Although, you see, it's an older woman with already gray hair.
Does she have an asymmetrical bob?
Short hair, and she's like, "No, you are supposed to help me right now with these problems, and you solve them now, and you will give the money back for these books. Do you know who my husband is?" Ma'am, you see the bureaucracy clerk like, "Ma'am, I really can't help you. These books were bought at a discount. And which means no money back, and you even return them in the period outside of the regular return size. Besides, you've spilled wine in these books. That wine was already there. Then why did you buy the book originally, ma'am? Because it was on a discount, but I didn't see that there was wine on it. That I saw later. Ma'am, buying things on a discount is at... I wanna see your Caliph right now!
I'm being triggered, and this is all in my imagination.
Hey, think I'm signing his feeling as he's standing right behind this. I will not move until I have my gold back with proper new books and an apology from your Caliph. The clerk just like, oh my god. He seems like he's having a migraine. Would you like to do anything, Cezanne?
Nope, I cannot. Now I problem.
Vernier looks at this and is like, looks at the woman and then at the clerk, and says, you can understand her, and says, is she being a bitch to low-level workers?
She's being difficult. She's unaccustomed to how systems like this work. She can't maintain her decor.
She looks at you confused, like, maybe, nod left, right, no, upright, yes?
What was it? What was your question?
Is she being a bitch towards this low-level employee?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Alright,
And
I know how to solve this. She like steps over the line.
and I'll see if I can stop her, like hold out an hand, and I'll motion that violence won't really solve this.
You can make me either a athletics check or a persuasion check, whichever one you prefer. As she as she tries to pass you, she basically grabs her great axe.
I'll take my life in my hands and try for the athletics.
And he like bumps into you, is like, oh, is that not how you handle these kind of people here?
And unfortunately not. This is a sanctified place, and we're trying to keep this area clean.
Oh, so if I drag her outside, then it is fine?
If she consents to it, but she probably will not.
She nods a bit as she tries to figure out what you're saying, but as you stopped her, she will go back in the line. As she like, bitch! I said, call your Caliph! She slaps the employee right in the face. And the employee's like, ow! And she smacks like with a soft knock on his head. Are you stupid? Call your boss here. I want my money back.
I'm not in the scene. I'm not in the scene. I'm not in the scene.
What is an glebe do or what is an cleric doing?
Sorry?
What is a the cleric guy doing?
He's basically crimping himself. Yeah, he's climping himself back in, and basically trying to defend from her soft punches. Right now, because he's not getting like a beating, but he's being beat on.
I'll step forward and remind the woman that there are rules about this kind of thing and how wonderful this house is and whatever.
You may make an intimidation or persuasion check. You dare speak to me like that? I am the wife of House Newhall. And with House, that's basically your rival house, or one of your biggest rival houses. They're not very nice people.
I mean, be that as it may, we need to obey the rules of this society.
No, you must. As a honorably noble Newland lady, I may do as I wish, and I have the authority of my husband, who will certainly make sure that person there is fired, and you will be in trouble for speaking to me like that. That is gravely assault. Until I get the money from my books back, and new books.
When out of there's really nothing I can do to help you with the books. Would you be interested in seeing the dean about this?
Go ahead and make another persuasion check.
And should have been doing that.
And she like turns red and like, how dare you talk down to me like that? The House of Null is far more is not a enemy you want to trifle with. At that moment, the Caliph finally arrives and it was like, what is going on here? You have had the uppermost worthless employee ever to exist in us, and I demand that you fire him. And in this line, this person here has been nothing but rude to me. I demand a ban from the Great Academy. And then you look at the manager and it's like, oh no, not one of these again. Ma'am, come with me for a personal one-on-one on the conversation, and I will see if I can help with your complaints. And they both walk away to his office. The beat-down clerk looks up again and was like, "Is she gone?"
Yes, and we have a different matter to attend to.
Oh, come over. Thank you for stopping her. Sorry, this is just my third week working here, so I really didn't know what to do here.
No worries. Do I can I happen to remember the employees that work here? Any of them really?
Yeah, you could remember a couple. I don't have a list of names for them, but you would definitely know a couple of them.
Okay. And I'll ask if any of them are available.
Sure thing, sure thing. What is the nature of your problem that you need solved by the academy?
So this woman I'll bring up for near, and this woman needs and need we need to figure out where she's from and how we can send her back.
External travel. Yes. Let's see. Yeah. I have someone open for you right now. You just have to go to the upper tower at the summoning circle, and there, Master Suleiman can help you there.
Do I remember Suleiman at all?
Yes. He's basically a teacher at the academy.
Cool.
Let's see. He basically taught you. He was the one that taught you floating disc.
Cool. So I'll reminisce about Master Suleiman about the clerk thing and grab Frenier and lead her to the tower.
Alright. You go up the tower, and there you see Master Suleiman working on with some chalkboard on the ground. He's working on a teleportation circle. As you come in, he says, "Saizan, long time no see. How is my student?"
I'm doing well. This poor woman is from was summoned from somewhere else, and we don't know where or how she can get back.
Well, let's see if I can help with that. He does a couple of scans. It seems this woman has been some wild magic has summoned this woman. This must be the most incompetent wizard I have ever seen. But the problem is that, well, she can be returned where she came from. It would require a plane shift spell, which nobody in the academy currently is able to cast. It seems that her clothing and her personal belongings would conduct well enough for the components to find her original realm, but until someone is powerful enough to cast plane shift, I am afraid that she is stuck here.
That's most unfortunate. Um, is there a possibility of translating to Dalvish?
I myself have not learned that language, but I can bring in a intern to explain it to her.
And that would be helpful. Also, is there one of a bauble here that would allow her to translate what she says to Hybrakian.
Well, I have a spell that would temporarily make her understandable in every language, but that would only work for 1 hour. I could cast that on her. Actually, I have to check if you can cast tongues on other people, because I don't actually know. Let's see. Creature you touch. So he could cast a tongue spell on her, so that she can understand every language for the next hour. Do you want me to do that?
I think if the understudy is available, that might be the best solution.
Alright. He rings a bell. Intern! Interns! And like an entire line of interns comes in. Yes, Professor Suleiman. Who of you can speak Elvish? Half of them say, I can. Would you be so kind? He tells the story again to translate it to Veneer. And as one of the interns explains it, she just bursts out crying.
As Pastor Shulman, if I can hire one of them to work with Veneer as a translator.
Well, go ahead and make a persuasion check for that. As Suleiman thinks for it at a moment. I'm sorry.
What are these rolls?
It's one of these days. Next week you'll be rolling natural 20s all the time. He puts his hand on your shoulder. But these interns are at a important moment in their lives where they have to study and practice much. They cannot afford yet to travel around the city and travel around the world on adventures being translators. They are at the peak of breaking through and becoming wizards. I do not want to deny them that chance, because you yourself know how hard this is. I'm truly sorry.
Perhaps there is another, someone else who would be able to translate.
Maybe yes. Feel free to look around in the academy, or you could go to the labor market and recruit someone there that speaks Elvish. Probably be a lot cheaper, and it'd be someone that actually wants to work, or at least wants a job you're looking for. But I am sorry, Sizen. I must continue my work on trying to improve the teleportation circle.
Excellent. Thank you for your assistance, old friend.
No problem. Anything for a former student. At least a former student that passed his tests.
I'll bow my way out. And bring Veneer with or I'll tell the translator to explain to Veneer what I'm trying to do and have her come with me.
She follows, but she seems still pretty sad.
Mm-hmm. And how exotic is Elvish?
Well, it's not like an uncommon language. So there are people that speak it. There's even an elven embassy here of the Sindorai Empire. But like, to give you an example, like you guys are currently here, and here is the border to the Empire of the Sindorian. Here's like the closest city of theirs. And everyone speaks, there the main language is Elvish. Like if you go there with and start talking Iberakian, they all look at you like, or they don't, or they'll do it like the French, where they don't even bother, even if they do understand you. So it's not that like with this range, it's not that uncommon that some people speak Elvish. Like the bartender did.
So
Possibly the half elf guy I was talking to as well.
Yeah, he could have probably speaking it as well.
I'll head to the labor market and hope I can roll better.
Alright. Then we will put you back with the Hurricane Rest, where both I believe Grimlock and Amonhotep were about to begin a conversation.
Yes.
So, let us go to the corner and speak for a moment. It seems that everyone we want to hire in this tavern, has some issues that need to be solved, but the ship still needs to be built, so that would take a while.
Yeah.
Plus, we can't go anywhere until we get a decent crew. And while I think we could get a few good people at the labor market, I think the best bet would be to help the people here. It would also assist their loyalty, and I'm going to be as candid with you as possible. One of these people is actually a associate of mine from old wars past, and I would very much like to help her. She is having an issue with bureaucracy, and I like to cut through bureaucracy as much as possible. And you see me like hold my glaive with both hands, and it starts to glow.
Yeah. I will say that Grimlock doesn't not understand humor, but it's like his face makes like an awkward approximation of a smile, and you just hear a weird guttural, and that's basically the approximation of a laugh from him. It's kind of like, just that type of thing where their throats aren't just the same, so the noises sound a bit different, but that's what their laugh sounds like, because that's what I think it'd be funny as.
With a 12, can I tell you're just being like polite?
No, Grimlock found it funny.
Oh, okay.
He is a bit on the higher end of like the intellect and sense of like illiterate folk, but he's like still likes basic jokes. He's not snooty.
And by bureaucracy, I mean she was framed for a crime. But that one can probably wait a little bit. Finding someone's brother would, from what you just told me, I'm just gonna assume you told me, or I heard
You can
about
just we can skip over that wee bit. Yeah, I don't mind.
would prioritize. I do want to say something. I do not know if you know what kind of order I am in, but we basically conquer people. We are there to take over things. While I am doing my best to be more diplomatic during this time of peace, as not to get exiled as some of my brothers and sisters in arms were, for they could not handle not constantly being in charge of people and such. I am not generally a kind person, and it seems that we have to do many kindnesses in the near future, so I will let you take the lead on that.
You gotta see like, I just like mention kindness. You see like a second of him like thinking really hard, like as if like it's like he's like what's kindness, and then like thinks about it again. Like,
Oh yeah, we're going to be a perfect group.
Yeah, he goes like, that is fine. I see it as a practical manner to free up their services. That
That
one,
I can deal with.
That one over there seems capable. And I do not to my own horn, as one of your expressions would be, I am quite good at tracking. And he has given me the scent of his brother. I believe I may be able to track down where he may have went off to.
Oh, we have to find his brother. One moment, please. I get up and go over to the hot. It's like your name is Hati, I believe.
Let me check. To who did you go?
Hati, to find his brother.
Hadi.
Yeah, Hati.
This one here.
Hati, we when my associate gets back, we are going to immediately try to go and find your brother. Did he have any specific objects on him that you could describe in great detail? That I have a magical spell that can track them. Weirdly enough, I have locate objects. That is out of character.
He has a quite unique coat. It is black, but on the side spars it has red/orange stripes.
Do you think that is enough of a that he gives me enough of a description where I can use locate objects?
Could you link me locate objects? Oh, can answer.
Yes, sir.
Because I'd have to read the spell before I can answer that. But that's probably the most unique thing that his brother wears.
Why? Hold on. Well, I wasn't looking at the wrong thing. Because I would have swore locate objects was on the list of spells. 1 second. I might be incorrect. Paladin spells.
Oath of Conquest, Armor of Agathis, and Command. When you created your character, you were mixing up Oath of Nature with Oath of Conquest. Maybe it's Oath of.
Oh, the ancients. Yeah, you're right. I might have screwed that one up. Yeah.
Well, at least you
No,
know.
locate object is on the paladin spell list.
Yeah, but you meant that you said that it was on your conquest spell list.
No, it's not on my conquest list. It's under paladin spells. Period. So if I wait a night and take the spell, I can use it tomorrow.
Yes.
But I was just wondering because it's not showing me all the paladin spells that I can have on my sheet, so that's why I was worried. But yeah, it's under there.
Description or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction of that object location as long as it is within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate an object known to you as long as you have seen it up close, within 30
Alright.
feet at least.
Now I know why it wasn't on my spell sheet, because it's one of the optional spells from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. They added it to the spell list.
Oh, but I have Tasha's. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of appearance you will. So, sadly, his description is not good enough because the requirement of the object is that you have at least seen the object once. Sadly, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I thought I had to just have a name or description. All right, that.
No, it's the description. You have to have seen it.
Well, that is out. But I do think yes, we should wait for our associate and then go to the sewers first. And as I say that, some drunk in the bar is just going like, lizard folk in the sewers, that's an urban myth. Okay, I'm the only one who got that joke. Alright.
Oh no, you may not hurt me. I did a little just like laugh, half laugh.
Now with that determined, Sinan, you arrive at the labor market. Looks like you built the right map. As you approach the labor market, you see that same gnome wizard right here in the corner trying to look for work.
Oh.
I was just about to ask about that. So yeah, I'll cost him and ask if he knows Elvish.
Check. Of course, the great McElvin knows Elvish. She kafali biali abisibi. Yamanasibi.
And
Fernier just looks confused at what he's saying. I have studied with the elves of the great Sindori Empire. I have traveled the entire world and globe, and now I offer your services. What do you need?
this is the woman that you summoned by accident. Can you in fact talk to her?
He looks at Fernier, and then she looks at him, and she looks a bit angry. The sadness is away. And normally Elven is a very elegant language. Vernier talks it in a very angry way at her, at McElvin, and McElvin speaks it in like the most, like even you can hear that he has an atrocious accent. And this is like reading from, this is the equivalent of Elvish reading from a Google Translate.
Oh god. Is he one of those people who like try to speak French like Zuta lore, parlez-vous français, oui oui.
Yeah, exactly.
Does Vernier tolerate this?
She seems fine. She's fine with language that she can tolerate, but like she just grabs him up by his big hat, and he's like bungling and like points at his eyes with the other hand, and back at her. She basically just gives him the stare of death. It seems we have an arrangement. It has been approved that I will be her personal translator. She wants to thank you for your help. She really appreciates your help. His Hyperockian isn't very good either, but
do I trust that that's actually what she said?
insight check.
Oh please roll high, thank god.
Yeah, the curse has been broken. Alright. It is pretty clear that McElvin is too afraid of this situation to be able to tell a believable lie. So, maybe he did a bad translation, but in his words, he was at least honest.
Well, it was his incompetence that started this. So I'll go over here and tell him to try again.
Again?
You can speak Elvish, right?
Yes. But do you want me to do a find familiar again?
No, we're trying to either send her home or find someone she can communicate with on any reasonable level. Are you either of those things?
I am a mighty wizard. Yes. But I don't think I can send her home. But I
Can you?
can speak. Yes, I can speak with her. Himi, Hibas, Leven, Kim, Hodkamis, and Alvenjos, Nastas? She puts him down and says, like, and her anger, like, with your comprehend languages, you basically hear her say to him, "Listen up, boy. You should be my translator, as you are responsible for taking a single mom away from her children, and you are my bitch until I'm back and can hug my kids again. Understand?" He nods. I will be working as a translator, and I have done and she and I are in agreement that I will translate for her.
And then I'm so I'm trying to some friends and I are trying to find a crew for an upcoming voyage. With the two of you, with that purpose suit the two of you?
Well, I'm in need of a job anyway, so sure. And then he translates to her. And I was like, she says, because you helped her so much here, she is willing to help on your boat crew. She can function as either a carpenter or a sailor. She has no experience in leadership.
Do you have any experience?
The Great McGalvin has been on many ships, so, and normally I'm a passenger, but I'm sure I can figure something out. I'll be great at anything.
Excellent. With that decided, I'll head back to the Hurricane's Gust.
Alright.
What are doppelgangers?
Yeah. It's a danger.
You split the group, you now must pay. Like, all I did was go to the office to get a translator. That's all I did.
As you guys, as both Grimlock and Amon start talking about waiting for Sinan to return, he comes in with his retinar and now added to it a gnome.
Uh,
Like, we're on
I
the
will.
wrong map at the moment.
Give me a sec. Give me a
So
There
then,
we go. No, wrong map. There we go. Now it's in the right map.
so all the introduce then people that then Predator Veneer and Galvin, McGalvin. It's they're willing to join our crew. Veneer works well as a carpenter. McGalvin, I think, doesn't have any skill.
What? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
As Siren says, McAlvin doesn't have any skills. Hello there! I am the great McAlvin. I am a wizard and traveling scholar. Do not worry, you do not have to call me the great. Just McAlvin is fine.
Hey.
I will take a moment to drink a cup of tea. Go ahead.
Yes. Well.
How much BS am I getting from this insight?
Oh yeah, you pretty much conclude that he's horrible at everything. For the people that saw the stat rolls that I did for companions,
Oh, this is the useless one.
his highest stat is an 13.
No.
It is amazing that you were able to stick us with this guy without even trying.
Well.
I look at
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I look at Kissa real quick after talking to McElvin, and I bend over to her and whisper in her ear. Go back to the labor market. Find someone who is at least somewhat proficient on a boat, who can speak Elvish, preferably a god. I will even pay for a god captain. Who will make sure that Finra and McElvin are okay, because if we don't have someone to guard him, I believe she will kill him, or I will.
She nods and goes away.
I give her 100 gold. Hopefully she won't need to spend it. Oh, but yeah. Preferably a guard or but she can go all the way up to guard captain. Fluent in Elvish, possibly other languages, and a decent seaman. Basic seaman.
Yes.
This is my own money, not the...
Good. Yes. We always need a good seaman.
I don't roll that way. But let me
Yeah.
a good seaman.
Wanted to make a very inappropriate joke and then decided that I really shouldn't.
Well, companions, I think we should deal with the problem of that missing brother of that man over there. He is half elvish and most likely can speak Elven. No, I'll go check actually that. Let me just give me a second. He wandered over to him again.
In the tavern, there's like one half elf, and here there's a full female elf.
Yeah. You'll first ask like the guy again to see if like, do you know Elven?
Of course, me and my brother always spoke that with my mother.
Oh, good. That goes more points on your side. Then he goes back to the group. It's like, yeah, he speaks Elven, so he could also just work out for that role.
Question. Where is what's her name?
Hey.
Oh, Amarosa, or
Yeah, I put all
oh,
your
there she.
companions here, basically, that are present in the...
Let me check to see what language she actually speaks. Oh, she speaks Draconic. And a Shireen. But not Elvish. Well, Serene, we are planning to go into the sewers to look for this gentleman's gentle person's uh, family member, Eve. While the scent is still fresh, so we will do that momentarily. I do have a question for Fernine, though. Are you any good at combat, Fernine? Fernir. McKelvin, this the part where you translate.
Are you good? Michele boing boing.
That can't be the word for that, right?
That's
Like, it's
no.
In
It
character,
can't
that's what
be.
he
Yeah,
says.
I'm just saying. No, and in character, my character is just like face palming his mask.
Like, that
You
couldn't
see
be
Fenrir,
right.
like look at like okay, what? Like her facial expression already says like she's a bit surprised of what McGalvin just said.
I'm not
Okay,
sure if she insulted his mother or what.
So what did he actually say? Because Sinir could hear comprehend languages.
Um, he actually did say, "Are you good at fighting?" But he mixed up his Elvish with a different language. So there is a language where boing boing definitely means fighting, but it definitely doesn't mean that in Elvish, and it probably has multiple meanings as well.
I think boing boing means the same thing in any language.
Hey, that's also a type of fighting.
Bio stakes, right?
So it's probably some very simplistic language where they have a lot of shared words for it. But yeah, he definitely fucked up. Whereas Fenrir also hears it. Fuck.
Hati, could you please come here for a moment?
Yeah.
I give him a silver. Until someone slightly more competent comes along, would you please translate for me with this young lady? What are your combat skills like? Or are you only good at carpentry? I'm assuming that our companion told us about the carpentry.
He says it the proper way, Hadi. Just say, I'm not gonna do this the entire day, just so you know, for once of this. But
Oh,
I'm
no.
gonna translate for now. And, she answers back in Elvish. Yevani, Pika, Zero, Sivish, Great Axe, Miyaka, through her years of carpentry, she has built some muscle, and she can basically pep herself up to be more tolerant against punches and beatings. And she can get pretty angry and then hit pretty hard with her great axe.
He's a barbarian. That's what it sounds like. That's just me talking. Not my character. Ask her if you would like to come along with us to the sewers. To. Oh no, that means McKelvin would have to come too. Never mind. He can stay here. He can stay here for right now. Amaros, you are with us. Techbest, stay here. Keep an eye on them. Here, I will hand the haughty go. It's like, thank you. Keep an eye. If she needs anything, please translate for the rest of the day. Tech Bess, make sure that everyone's needs are met, and I do not think the uh the associates of Mr. What is your name again? I'm sorry. Sasan are coming with us unless they want to trudge through sewers. So keep an eye on them.
They probably wouldn't be eager about that either.
So yes, they can stay too. To best, I mean, you keep an eye on everyone as best you can. And the rest of us, I am not in charge, so, but I suggest we go to the source. I'm feeling slightly murderous right now, and I look at look at McCavan. I'm looking at McCavan. It's just like,
And he at that moment is like just sipping a cup of tea and like,
why are my ears burning?
and then he does a big sneeze and like the hot tea water just comes right into Kiss's face, and she just looks annoyed at it.
Well, Kissa has left because she went to go get the Tech Best or Amaros.
So, just for copy-paste purposes, it's Saiyan, Grimlock, Amon, Gorok, and Amaros that I will be bringing to the sewers, right?
Yeah. For the most part, like if I don't mention not bringing him along, he comes along, Gorok.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we couldn't keep the lizard man who really wants to hurt things out of the sewers with the first five.
Yeah, no, he's pretty eager to see him.
So once we are away from prying ears and like start down into the sewers, I was like, so maybe I should explain the situation with me and my quote unquote servants. So a while back, in another area, the Sultan had us conquer an area with giants, but the nobles there were slave owners who were supposed to release their slaves once the Sultanite came and delivered them from the giants. Unfortunately, Amaros did not agree with this, and I was given the duty by Prince Mansour to make an example of her. While most of my associates would have had her head cut off, I had her fined and imprisoned until such time as she could pay the fines. Or if someone paid off her fines. I paid off her fines in exchange for her working for me. Her guards decided, because of contract stipulations, still had to work for her, but her other servants were freed, one of which, Nani, decided that she would work for me, but only on one condition. She's technically in charge of Amaros as well. Also, her gods hate her as much as everyone else does. So, if we seem abusive, it is because we are.
Hmm.
Did I get anything wrong, Amaros?
No, that is how our partnership started.
Yes, partnership. That's it. Although, she is still technically a noble, and has to be treated as such,
High magistrate.
and high magistrate, and even the Caliphite and the Sultanite still see her as that, but they tolerate her, as you saw. But just barely. So I just wanted to explain that as we go. If you notice that I'm letting her get the crap beaten out of her.
Fair enough.
Guys, I'm on story. Go down into the sewer system.
Back to the sewers. Back to the sewers.
Is there anyone that can't see in the sewers currently?
No, I can see.
Yeah, well, all
I can't
all
see
guys,
anything. Everything's black.
Alright, give me a sec to fix that then.
all guys light on like a necklace or something.
I keep on forgetting I'm supposed to have dark vision. I'm so used to playing humans.
Fixing it for you now. Tariq, you should be able to see in the sewers now.
I can.
Alright.
I was just mentioning that, like when I was talking about light earlier, forgot I had dark vision.
Alright. Light on. Say that. That is fixed. And as you enter the sewers and light your paths, everyone can see now, right?
Correct.
Alright.
Yes.
That is where we'll end today's session. Because we have 20
Alright.
minutes left and we won't finish it in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Okay.
I hope everyone enjoyed it